Good day, everyone. Welcome to this UIFW training session on preparing and submitting Section 32 reports to the MPAC. This session is scheduled for the 23rd of June, 2025, and I am Kayalathu Valtine, your UIFW specialist. Today, we will unpack the expectations and standards that govern how these reports are prepared to ensure compliance with the MFMA. Let's begin with the objectives of this training. We aim to understand the legal foundation of Section 32 reports, how to complete them using the approved template, what the checklist entails, the types of supporting documentation needed, and finally, how this all supports clean governance. The Municipal Finance Management Act, or MFMA, gives clear directives in Section 32. It outlines who is liable for UIFW expenditure, the process for recovery or write-off, how recurrence must be prevented, and that these matters must be reported to the Mayor, MEC, and Auditor General. Chapter 15 further defines how to handle financial misconduct. Here's the general process. First, UIFW is detected and investigated. Then the report is prepared using the latest template. The checklist is completed and signed by the Executive Director. Only then is the complete pack submitted to the MPAC Secretariat. The Section 32 template contains 12 mandatory sections. From the subject and purpose to findings, financial details, and recommendations, each part plays a vital role in presenting the full context of the UIFW event. The checklist acts as a quality control tool. It verifies that all parts of the report are addressed and documented. It also confirms that required evidence is attached. It must be signed by the Executive Director before submission. This section is about identifying what went wrong. We must state how the UIFW occurred, when it was discovered, and what regulation or policy was breached. This is where the link to legislation like the SCM policy and MFMA becomes critical. Section 32(4)(c)(2) of the MFMA requires that steps to prevent future UIFW be outlined. Here, we report process failures and corrective actions taken, such as issuing new SOPs, training, or system improvements. The MFMA also requires that we recover or rectify UIFW. This includes disciplinary or criminal proceedings and cost analysis of recovery attempts. This is supported by Chapter 15 of the MFMA and Section 32(4)(c)(1). Without proper evidence, the report cannot stand. Supporting documents include payment vouchers, proof of service delivery, signed contracts, photos, and job cards. All should be referenced clearly in the report. In your recommendations, cite Sections 32, 1, 2, 4, and 5 of the MFMA. You should recommend whether to write off or recover, advise the update of the UIFW register, and state what needs to be disclosed in the annual financial statements. Submit the report, checklist, and all supporting documents to the MPAC Secretariat. The naming and format must follow the standard. Incomplete reports will be sent back. Now we look at a sample report. We compare one that was accepted by MPAC versus one that was rejected. The goal is to show how the structure, content, and evidence contribute to credibility. Watch out for these common issues: missing signatures, value mismatches between the report and GL, lack of supporting documentation, or weak root cause analysis. Avoid these to strengthen your submission. In summary, always use the latest template and checklist, follow the MFMA, ensure your values and POEs align, and submit a complete, signed report. This supports transparency and accountability. We now open the floor for any questions or clarifications. Please feel free to ask about the report content, submission process, or the legislation we discussed today.